Okay guys, so let's get going. So we had last time, so this is what we need to cover for these, the that's GCP and Oracle Cloud, and I do those stunts, and sometimes those stunts do prolong a lot, uh, but it's the passion to do keep on adding more and more labs that I keep going. Otherwise, yeah, by now all 4 courses should have been finished. Uh, and some from my side as well. One thing was other happened, and then there were some prolonged labs. But just try to make sure that if we can have as much in-depth labs as possible. Okay, so last time what we did was we went for the admin policies. So some of the admin areas, admin.cloud.com, and so we will log in from cloud.google.com from within. uh, since we have the organization already added, which is the Google GoDaddy domain. That is the name, that's the organization we added with the GoDaddy domain. And then after that, once that is added, then now we can go from within the cloud.google.com and then select that admin.google.com. So there's a link within. So then we kept going for some of the features there. So let's log in and try to then check it out. Some of the links are also there, and yes, I need to put all those links in MS Word files and upload them on the LMS. I've not been lately updating LMS. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and so I'm gonna go to the incognito mode. So I'm already here in incognito mode, but I'll just sign out from here and sign out from here. I was just testing something that is really interesting, and so this is just that how do we sign in. Just make a habit of going for cloud.google.com. First you just go there, cloud.google.com, and then just log in from your organization admin account. So I'm just going to click the sign in here, and this is admin at installing soft, which is the domain on godaddy.com that we attached. So it remembers that because I just was logged into this and then logged out, and then from there next, and after that it's the console, obviously the cloud console that we need to go. So once we are inside the console.cloud.google.com, you can just directly come here as well, console.cloud.google.com, and put your admin organization admin. So once I log in, you can see first of all free trial status and $399 are still there. I haven't consumed anything, but 81 days remaining. So other than that, if I see my projects here on the right side, that's what I need to change here. I'm just going to click that, and I'll check that, hey, is my organization showing there, right? So, and you can see that the project icon is different and the organization icon is different, right? So it says ancestry here, and ancestry or hierarchy they can say as well, but they prefer to say ancestry. So I'm just going to select this one. This is my organization, right? And then it's asking, hey, which project you want to go to, but I want to stick to the organization. Why? Because I need to go to the navigation menu on the left side here, and then we were talking about IAM and admin, and you can say it quickly, I am admin. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and then the first page just shows that yes, it's your username and domain name. Last time actually Mariam was also asking that she was not able to click the roles here, but then there were some roles that this account should be connected to. So when we come down to this, we're gonna then go with the roles as well, that what you can see and what you cannot see right now. I'm going to go for, under the IAM admin, I'm going to go for identity and organization. That's where we were in last class as well. Inside the identity and organization, if you see on your right side that you need to actually click the select button for the organization, so go ahead and click the select button. If you don't have to, it's okay. If you see this screen, this is okay already. So I'll just now if we go down here, go to checklist. So we went through the checklist. I'm just going to go way down here, and this is the admin.google.com. Now I need to see that same button inside admin.google.com for the console.cloud.google.com or cloud.google.com, right? But anyway, from the cloud, we can go from inside link here. So I'm just going to click that admin.google.com. Since we're logged in from this account, admin at installing software.xyz, so it's going to let us log in from admin automatically as well. So I'm going to click that. And then after that, we had talked about users, groups, organizational units. We created some devices. We spent a lot of time on devices, and we actually configured or registered I registered my Windows 10 here. And hopefully, if any one of you were trying to register the devices, and hopefully you were able to do try it, at least Android and iOS devices. Then we went for apps as well, and we checked out all the possibilities of apps there. And then security. So last time we talked about then the security here and all the aspects of security there.
Amir.
Yeah.
Did you start recording?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, because unfortunately I not be able to continue. I want to watch the class later.
Oh, okay, sure.
So forgive me, sorry, huh?
No problem. It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So here, so we were so after security, we need to go to reports, billing, account settings, admin roles, domains, and data migration. So there's migration project also coming now. Interesting. And we're going to try to migrate from Office 365 to this, here in Google. So for that, obviously, if you have Office 365 account, but if not, obviously, I'll show you how to go to Office 365 account, and well, we can open a new Office 365 account as many times as we want. So let's go to reports here, and reports, that's a big dashboard here, but overall obviously it's just reporting. And there's reports, there's app reports, there's accounts, apps, script. So what's going on here is obviously it's the reporting area. We can't sue Azure account in Office 365. You're suing somebody? Oh, okay, sorry. So just kidding. So here, we can't use Azure account in Office 365. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can. No, sorry. First I said yes, and then I realized what I'm saying is yes. So then, well, no, you can use it, but there's a rule that Microsoft has. If you log in from Azure IaaC, Infrastructure as a Service account, to Office 365, which is SaaS, Software as a Service, right? I've seen that Azure account being blocked. So it's better to use your private email to just create a new Office 365 account, which I will show you, and you will see that it's so easy. And the good thing is that with Office 365, we can create as many accounts as we can. So that's mucho importante. Like, it's so easy. And there is an Office 5 course going on at NetPlus as well, and I'm thinking of starting a 4 or 5-in-1. What's wrong with me? Office 365, there's Exchange Online, there's a lot of others. So I'll try to go for some new combinations there that are really critical in the market right now on Sunday mornings, I think. So real soon. Anyway, So guys, these are just the reports here, and they're managed reports. So pretty much you two-step verification, enrollment, and enforcement. This kind of report is available there. Password length compliance, password strength, user account status. So these are all the reports that are available. Other than that, you can just add some columns as well. Oh, okay. My account looks like your account is so brand new that we don't have data on. Exactly, yes. Well, there is no data because we haven't done anything yet, and most we're just checking the features. Yes, there are not. There won't be a data as well. If I go to Drive, it has nothing to show. If I have voice, we didn't do any meeting. So yes, overall you're right. Accounts, it's just. Other than that. Okay, add one or more filters. Yeah, next. Okay, so this is just giving a training. Manage table columns. Anyway, when you go to accounts, then there's an activity here, and apps usage. Also, these accounts are using apps security when we go there. So it just starts the training here. Streamline your search for an event or activity, and that is next. And then manage table columns. Anyway, so security also, these users are there, and the password strength is strong. Password length compliance, compliant is there. It is, we're having good password given there, but we haven't configured the two-step verification enforcement there. Mobile, if we go there, so nobody logged in from cell phone to Office 60. Oh no, sorry. So I'm used to it. Nobody logged into cell phone from G Suite. Well, I didn't log in. I wanted to log in, and it's in my Android. I'm already logged in from my other private emails and Gmails, and those Gmails are added there in G Suite as well automatically, and it's not letting me connect from this one, which I created here. It's not even letting me connect with any other. I already have two. So I need to really figure that out. I don't want to sign out from my those private Gmails in my Samsung cell phone. Everything else is connected to that. Anyway, so you can see that, yes, it's just reporting audit log, admin. So this is auditing going on, that when did admin log in, event description, migration setup is configured. Okay, that I just recently did. But other than that, API client access authorized. That is authorized for scope. So we were testing some of the, yeah, we did the domain name suite data migration service. Actually, you know what, that was some recent stuff that I did. Oh, it's 2 December, so it was the last time. Today is just this 4 December is all this API client access authorized, which you will see. But all the other alert center was viewed, and so this was pretty decent audit report of what did admin do after logging in, on what date, at what time, and exactly from which public IP, right? And you can see that this was my previous public IP, and today I connected, and well, it is changed already. It's 124.92. This is my current public IP, and before it was 184 for 144. So it is checking that who's logging in from which public IP. Okay. Oh, okay, so you're getting that message. So I thought that was a comment that you gave Muhammad Hassan. So you're actually getting this message. We don't have data on usage to show you yet. Okay. So still, yeah. So we need to do something to have some data there. Otherwise, but if you're getting this message, this means you're not able to see all this area as well. If you're not able to see that, sign out, sign in again. Otherwise, do some activity, and then if it has something to show, it will let you in. It could be that too. So, okay, guys, admin and login. How many times and we have logged in, and so these are the login reports there, audit reports and token. This is just token or security token that is the created there for that particular session when you're logged in. So it's that information. Groups. I did create a group, but maybe it doesn't consider that as an activity. SAML, and I didn't connect from that SAML to any other application, to any other organization, to any other branch. So no activity there. Voice, LDAP, Migrate Data protocol. this is if you're connecting to some kind of directory service or Active Directory. And then it goes on. So obviously there is nothing much here in audit log because and reports, because not but we understand that. Oh, you can see that audit log. Okay, that's good. But the other data is too new, so maybe then you're just seeing this. If you can expand this reports, then you might see that. If you can expand, I'm always on. So that is done. Not much here to technically, that's why I'm just going out here. And then there's a billing account. Once we go to the billing account here, so that's just you can add a subscription there, and we're just sticking to the free plan here, free edition, no charges. And then there's add a subscription as well. If I click that, add a subscription, so then you can just add any of those extra subscriptions, whichever features you want. So for that, you can start a free trial. And that's not only Google Workspace, but Workspace add-ons, Google Voice related services. Well, actually there's nothing there. Google Identity, there's Premium, that has a lot of features. And then devices. So Chrome Enterprise Upgrade and Android Management. So just the Android Management, MDM, we can say that, Mobile Device Management just for Android devices. So it's just specific to Android, but the Chrome Enterprise Upgrade allows you to manage any number of devices. You will be billed at the end of the month based on your committed number of licenses. Additional licenses may need to be added. So it seems like it's going to give a lot of features of MDM still. How in-depth it is in terms of mobile device management, that needs to be still seen. And G Suite for education. So purchase G Suite for education. Anyway, so these are the subscriptions here. I'm just gonna go back, and these are all the type of subscriptions you can have. We are having a free one. If I go back here, so then I'll click the home button again, and account settings, update information about your company. So that's pretty straightforward. New user features, new products that you want to, it's going to automatically roll out. First of all, it's the profile. If I click that, so whatever you want to change here, language, support message, time zone. Actually, I did not put a time zone and country here, and I'll go for country. In the profile I went and go for the country. Now then some of the services are, sometimes it's okay, there's America and Toronto. There's a Toronto and US as well. Okay, so support message, and that's it. And it doesn't say save any. Oh, there's a save down here. So I just click the profile here inside the account settings and just put my country information, and then click that. So preferences, new user features. If I go, so I clicked this one in profiles and preferences. So choose how to release new products, turn on when released, and email tips or tips and updates, feature announcement. Choose which communication to receive. So right now, surveys and tips and updates are all, they're not enabled. So I'm just going to go back here. Personalization. If you want to go for your company logo, that's this is where you can go and check it out, and select file to upload just for that logo. So you can rebrand that. This was also in Azure Active Directory, which is here as well. And legal and compliance. Obviously, you have to manually upload some legal documentation there, where you could just and sharing options. So first of all, Google Cloud storage locations, data center locations. It says here the storage location, and if I go to data center locations here, so discover our data center locations. This is overall just a map that it is saying that, hey, we have a lot of data centers across. They don't give us a count, or although we can just count from here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So others are saying that they have 24, 25, or 42, 43 data center regions, not data center regions across the planet. So they are saying this much regions are there. So one region would have multiple availability zones, and one availability zone would have multiple data centers, and one data center normally is as big as having hundreds of thousands of servers. So it's, but comparatively the regions are less, although many companies are now going towards Google Cloud because of the programmer side of it, and also the programmer tools are more there and has been there for a long time. So I'm going to go back here. This is just giving you extra information and your EU representative details. So if you have a company in European Union countries, any of the countries, and you need to then follow the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. So Europeans have their own data protection standards, and you have to follow them in order to do business in Europe. So for that, you can just put that information for EU representative that for your company. And then your data protection officer details. Okay, so officer's name and sharing options. So data stored or processed in Google Platform Cloud Services is subject to your organization's cloud platform terms of service. Google Cloud Platform sharing options is disabled right now. So sharing options is something that is really important always. But is this that sharing option that we have discussed in Azure Active Directory as well? I'm just going to click that edit button here on the right side, and if I go enable there, it's just not saying anything or extra things there. But data stored or processed in Google Cloud Platform Services is subject to your organization's terms of service. So I'm just going to enable that sharing option here. Later we can see that if we have some settings that how to share our data outside, although it's not talking about data stored or processed, and sharing options are disabled. So let's just enable that and check it out when we come to the storage topic. Security and privacy additional terms. Yeah. Okay. Review and agree to the amendments below if applicable to your compliance needs. Oh, if your company has compliance needs, and suppose one compliance need would be that our company data should not go outside of the country, and so if that is also in line with what's written here, EU model contract clauses for Google's Workspace. This is all EU related. This is EU related, but if any of the compliance policies there are in line with this, then you can click the accept here. Yes, I accept this standard to be followed, or EU standard of data protection I will be following. So this is important for doing business in EU and across the planet. That's it. These are some of the settings there. Microsoft Azure has actually much more standards added there, so that's why it has a big footprint across the globe. Okay, I'm just going to go back here to account settings, and in the account settings I was in legal and compliance, account management, manage your Google Workspace account. If I click that, so that's it. Deleting Cloud Engineers Academy's account will permanently delete. So this is where you can delete your account. You have active projects in Google Cloud Platform. You need to delete all GCP projects before you can delete this account. So you want to get rid of this account once and for all. This is the way to do it, and you can just delete all GCP. So you have to just delete the projects to delete the account. That's what it's saying here. I'm going to go back to account settings here, and then it is custom URLs. So create an easy to remember web address for Google Workspace services. To enable your custom URLs, you must create CNAME records with your domain host. It's just saying that, hey, maybe your domain name is too big. There's a domain name there, torontojobshop.com. So Toronto Job Shop, job shop. So you shop for job, or you look for, it's a recruiter site, but the name is long. Now you want to make that a smaller name somehow, then you can go for CNAME records, which are just canonical name, or you can also call it alias, or another shorter name you want to give to your domain, then you can give that. But you have to go to DNS and then put it there. So they are saying choose a custom web address to access individual Google Workspace services, and drives and docs. So you want to create a custom domain and then attach it to your storage. Suppose you want to go for docs or just drive. So you can just put a child domain kind of link here, that drive.installing soft.xyz, which is your domain. Although it is a longer one here, drive.google.com. So instead of that, whatever you type it, they're going to just, whenever somebody's going to the drives and docs, whatever you type here, smaller name, when they click that, they will be redirected to this drive.google.com. And groups, if anyone's going towards groups to access that from URL, just give it a smaller name here as well. Company groups, or oh, that's even longer. So sales groups. Okay. Anyway, so anything that is understandable. So Binab says, do you need a paid version of Google Drive? Well, we have right now. This is for 3 months only, right? After that, ours will also be paid. So definitely, it is for paid right now. It's gonna work as well, but after 3 months, we will be paying for it anyway. So it's part of the package, and whenever, so commercially, obviously, we'll be paying for those drives. But if you're saying that, hey, we have a Google Drive free one as well, right? So obviously, when we reach here, this is admin.google.com, so it's just for 3 months. So we will have to pay in this area anyway after 3 months. So yes, it is paid service. But right now, do we have to pay? No. Or it's part of the package, whatever overall you're paying. Okay, so I'm just gonna cancel out from here, but this is just canonical name that you can give, or simple name, simpler, understandabler name. Wow, that's not even a word. Understandabler. So I'm just gonna go back here, account settings, and so custom URLs. Yeah, so we talked about all this. Some of these configurations can really affect your company as well, and some of the standards, it's better to go inside and check it out. All the settings. When you go for, I'm going to go back to navigation menu and click the home button again, and then we have admin roles here. Should be straightforward that what kind of there's a super admin here, Google Workspace Administrator seed role, and then so if we go to the seed role there, about administrator roles, right? You can share the responsibility of managing. Yeah, you can delegate, right? So we understand that. Yeah, just add a user here and you're good, right? Review pre-built roles. So these are all pre-built roles. Which one? These ones: super admin, group admin, user management, helpdesk admin, services admin, mobile admin. Now in Office 365, which is the rival of this G Suite here, Google G Suite, they have 8 or 9 of these. In fact, the Azure Active Directory inside Office 365, they have a lot more roles. So obviously it's bigger, much bigger than G Suite here in terms of collaboration tools and authentication and authorization. So what we were talking about, if I go to that link here, not this link, this link. So review pre-built role. If I just click that, review pre-built role, so pre-built administrator roles. So there is super admin here, has access to all features in the admin console and admin API, and can manage every aspect of your organization. So yes, super admin, and you can then see all the tasks that it can do. Pretty much it should be able to do everything. But what is everything? Only super administrators can create or assign administrator roles, reset administrator password, transfer ownership of files during user deletion process. So this is top level jobs, right? Restore deleted users, manage an administrator settings, set up billing, allow users to turn two-step verification, turn on Google Workspace Marketplace purchasing, Google Calendar, resource access level controls, calendar access, right? Global directory settings, data migration service. Only super admins can do that, and grant domain-wide delegation and manage API client access, whatever other application that outside of the Google can that's want to connect to your applications. Set up Google as a SAML identity provider. So obviously super admins can do that, where you can connect other domains to this domain, and you can also connect the local branch to this any application local branch to Google Cloud. At least one user in your account needs to be a super administrator. So when we initially created that cloud account, so we didn't have a super administrator at that time. So we had to create a full organization, connect our domain from GoDaddy.com, and then we got that super admin at your domain name, right? And then groups admin has full control over Google Groups. Okay, that seems not big deal here. We understand from the name as well. It's going to handle all the groups, right? And user management can handle all the users, can perform all actions. Okay, this here pre-built rules, so I'll just put it I'll be updating all the Google documents. Okay, and okay, here in WhatsApp as well, I'll just go ahead. Okay, so and then groups admin, yeah, we understand. User management admin, it will manage users. Obviously, it will manage organizational units, profiles and organization structure, rename users, create and delete user accounts, manage users individual. Okay, help desk admin will help while sitting on the desk. Help desk, right? So pretty much can reset passwords for users who aren't administrators, both in admin console and other kind of help. Services administrator, turn services on or off, change service settings and permissions, create, edit and delete calendar resources. Users with service admin role can't modify the sharing settings of calendar or few organizational unit. So we go at mobile admin, provision and approve devices, whitelist the apps appearing at the devices. Remember that in last class we were able to register our Windows 10 with the devices, and then we registered our browser, Chrome browser, as well as a managed browser. So at that time when I published that Grammarly application, so yes, it was though it was already installed in my machine, Grammarly, but it was asking questions as if it was newly installed. So that's what I wanted to just share, that last time what we published through the browser was actually working fine, or the publishing worked fine. Okay, so block or wipe devices, a mobile admin can do that. Set Android and iOS devices, and so groups and use. So a lot of mobile device management functionalities there built into the this devices area here. So that's pretty interesting. Google Voice Admin, add locations, assign numbers to users, port numbers, change service addresses, set up desk phones, set up an auto attendant. So this is just for voice calls and voice over IP. So reseller admin applies only to Google Workspace authorized resellers, and that is just Google Workspace authorized. You want to be a reseller of the space as well, like Google Workspace. So, well, these are the pre-built roles that we are talking about. And if I go inside the super admin here, so this is how it's just looking like. If I click that arrow here, then there is that assign users here. You want to make anyone else a super admin. Suppose I go for assign users, so it just says that which are the users there. If I go for your first name, so all the users that we created do appear here. Okay, well, I don't want to create any other super admin. In fact, we should have a backup admin, right? How about that? I'll click the assign users and go for the first one. Okay, no one. Organizational units, I'll make it assign role. So this is a super admin as well. Suppose I forget the password of this one. Hopefully I remember that your first name 01. This also is now super admin as a backup, right? But this is how we add, just click assign users, right? So it's pretty straightforward, nothing. And on the left side you can see admins, and then there are privileges here. So if I click that, admins, and then privileges here. So admin console privileges. When you specify admin privileges in the admin console, you also grant the corresponding admin API resource privileges. API resource privilege just means that admin connecting to this admin area. And these are the whole privileges here: alter center, drive and docs. You can do docs templates, move any file or folder, manage. So it just gives you a long list of what are the privileges you're having throughout this environment, right? And hey, do you see any? we're not able to change that, right? So we can only check it. Privilege name. Obviously, these are Google created or automatically created, right? Predefined. They, as we call it, pre-built. So we're not supposed to change those, right? I'm going to go back to super admin, and then I'm going to go back to admin roles. So if we are on admin roles here, there's that role, and create new role is also there, right? So obviously when you have admin roles, pre-built roles, you may want to create your own custom roles as well. So if I go for create new role here and go for custom dash role dash my first name and control A, control C, description, control V, and continue. So then it gives us a list of what you want. So organizational units. So the new role should be, suppose it's for the auditors and they just want to check the configurations, or an outside contractor, they keep coming, company keep inviting them for different reasons, and they then say that, hey, we want to see your organization, then we can come up with a solution for you, consultants or contractors. So you want to give, suppose, organizational unit just the read permission there, or if you want read, create, update, but not delete, right? So so suppose it's a read permission. In users also, the user should be able to read, whoever is part of this. And in update, suspend, move. Suppose you said that no, I don't want him to do anything, him or her to do anything other than rename users and suspend users. So it goes on. I'm just going random here, and you can just select whatever you want for whatever reason you want, right? So it keeps going, but you can see and explore that services related, mobile device management related permissions. It doesn't go deeper than that, but it does show that this is the full area you want to give permission to this new role that you're creating, and whoever will be a member of this role will get all these permissions. But you can go granular and specific about permissions this way. So it goes on: groups for business, directory settings, Google Data Studio, Cloud Print, security, and support, domain settings, reports, and then API. Do you want the user to be connecting here easily, and all the settings showing. So this is how easily you can create a new custom role as well. Just keep selecting whatever that role, privileges that role should have. I'm going to click continue here. 8 privileges selected. I just went random, but we get the idea that this is how we can create a custom role. I'm going to click the create role. Okay, so assign users. If you want to assign users, assign service account. Service accounts are normally for applications. Applications want to connect to other applications or other components. For that, they need the help of service accounts. So if I click the assign service account, so it does ask that, hey, did you create a service account? If I just type the names of the users that I created, obviously that's not a service account. So this is just, you have to create a service account, then it will appear here. But anyway, the custom role is created and privileges can be seen from here. And if I click the privileges, because I created that, can I still make editing? Yes, I can still edit that from here. Okay, so I'll go back, custom role and admin roles, right? And so overall, this is just all the roles are available. Guys, just a second, give me a second. Okay, all right. So I'm just gonna go back and to the main menu here, home. Domains, if we go to domains, this is what we have visited before as well. Manage domains. If I whitelisted domains 0, or the domains for who from which the traffic you want to allow to be coming to this domain. So those are whitelisted domains. If I go for manage domains here, So add a domain alias, primary domain, test domain. So it's just, you know, this one domain that you have. Suppose your company actually has multiple domains, so you can just add them all here as well. You want to have their email redirected, you can add those as well here. Now from that email, guys, if anyone following, do you see the, you know, the Gmail here for this account? I don't see email account here, right? So this is, so with G Suite normally, you know, it should, when we create Office 365, we get an email account automatically created because Exchange Online is connected there. But here I don't see an email account, so I'll be checking that out. Oh, it's subscription only, my says. So you have to subscribe from the services. Okay, yeah. So it would be then, if I go there, and yes, in the billing there was subscriptions, or in the apps as well. So there's add a subscription, and then yes, G Suite Basic has, okay, professional email, online storage. Yes, start a free trial. Hey, is that free trial really? So guys, well, I'll be going for one. So because I wanted to show you some data migration, and for that there should be a receiving Gmail account here as well. What I'm doing is I'm back here first of all to the admin console, and then what I'm doing is that I'm going to the billing. Why? I'm just going for the trial version of the Gmail as well. Hopefully that is 3 months, but if it is 1 month, that is also okay. I'm going to click the billing, and then I'm going to go for add a subscription. Subscription of what? I want an email account for this admin, super admin, right? So I'm going to click that, add a subscription, and then I'll go for G Suite Basic, at least one email, right? Because we have already connected this a domain from GoDaddy here. Now this all we didn't need to do in Office 365. We don't have to do that because there's already email is given to you, and it's part of the package that you get an email when you add a domain there from GoDaddy.com. So anyway, if I'm just gonna go inside here, start free trial, and trial plan 30 days. Ouch. Okay, you know what, I actually already have this one $7 plan where my, you know, one company email is there. Anyway, so trial plan, I just want to have this, and I'm just gonna click that, try services without making a payment, and 30 days free trial. Okay, so I'm just gonna check out. Yeah, G Suite Basic, and place order. Why am I doing that? I need a Gmail because in the data migration topic, I want to show that from you know, from another Office 365 email, you want to transfer data to this email, you can do that. So your purchase is confirmed for the following service, G Suite. New subscriptions may take up to 24 hours. Are you kidding me? Okay, thanks for your purchase. Ouch, 24 hours. Okay, so G Suite licenses haven't been assigned and 29 days left. So since I'm here on this screen, I'll just click the G Suite Basic. I'll click on it, right? And 0 license assigned in the trial plan, right? So I'm gonna go to assign license. I need to have some of my users. So let me check that how many licenses are available. I'm gonna click the assign licenses here. It didn't say that how many licenses. This means that I can connect it to certain users. Okay, and well, 3 licenses, but does it let me do that? It just gave me a list here, right? 3 users selected, and email selected users. So that's just the email. So this means that, oh, assign licenses here, right? Because I selected multiple users, so features hidden. Suppose I go for just one user, still obviously it's gonna be assigned licenses here. So I'll just go for 3, and I don't know, 3, 2 or 4 or 5, whichever. I'm going to click that assign licenses, and G Suite Basic, yes, trial version, and assign to all users in the organization. So Cloud Identity Free is already assigned, but G Suite Basic, oh, it has total 10 licenses. Okay, now we get it. Assign. I'm going to click that assign, right? License changes were saved. It can take up to 24 hours. Again, kidding me. So, well, I'm not expecting it now to see the Gmail showing here, but I'm going to click refresh here, right? And refresh one more time. So this is if I go for the applications, yeah, there's the Gmail. So 24 hours have passed very fast on the planet Google. So I'm going to right click here and open a new tab, right? Just to check that am I able to log into the Gmail? Yes, I can. Yay! Okay. Or yay. So, and obviously I'm expecting it to be already connected to the planet Earth. So I'll just do a quick email to my other email and confirm it. So IT guy, me. Oh yeah, it's already a user's email. So test. It better be working and connected to the outside right away. Otherwise, maybe in the background they're still working on it. So message sent and inbox, there was no error till now. And I'll go to my other screen and just send it back. Okay, so yes, it is Gmail to Gmail. It's all working fine. Okay, so this is also okay. And what we need to check out now, I'm just gonna refresh that. Outbound is okay, and I'm gonna refresh that on the browser level because I sent an email there. Really? So inbound may be still working and it's not up yet. Wow. Okay. Inbound is not good yet. But outbound is okay. So it may take 24 hours, which it was saying for the DNS across the planet to propagate that. There's a Gmail email subscription now also available, and the inbound is still not working. Okay, so normally when we create a new account, we should always check the inbound outbound right away. So I'm just going to go back here. So once that is done, and we have actually, or I have, if you have done as well, that's okay. Otherwise, I have already taken licenses of 3 users here, and for the Gmail, I'm just going to go back to the home button. And that we were on the actually domains, not billing. And in the billing, I have G Suite Basic now, and admin roles and domains. Right? We were here, or we were in accounts. And yeah, we did that. So domains we already done. Now there is data migration there. So I'm just gonna click that data migration. So it has obviously all the configurations here for our data migration. Obviously what you're seeing is not related to what I am seeing there. So it's something that I want to delete. Pause. What? You can't delete that, seriously? Okay, anyway, so this is a connectivity I made before, but okay, in data migration what happens now? You're not seeing that. Maybe there's a setup data migration is what you're seeing there, if anyone's following me. So but here I had already set up the migration. So what I want to do here is I should be able to actually remove that or add some more. Well, actually, that is exit migration, right? So I'm just going to click that exit migration. This will email a migration status report to you. Close the current migration session and clear all migration configuration status. Okay, that's what I want. It might take some time. So until then, oh yeah, this is what you're seeing then. Set up data migration. So once you're seeing that, so that the data migration service helps you easily import your data over to your Google Workspace account. So what's going on here is that whatever you want to migrate, you can click the setup data migration. It's a very simple tool here that is showing. If I click the learn more here, so it gives you the scenarios that, hey, where do you want to migrate from, right? So check where you want to migrate. So set up data migration service. I'll just put that. Very useful link. And this I'll put there as well. And in WhatsApp as well. Okay, so what it says here is that hey, you want to migrate stuff from Microsoft Exchange Online, Office 365, or on-premises Exchange 2016. Exchange is the email application, right? So Exchange 2013, Exchange 2010, 2007, and then earlier, even earlier, 2003. Wow, another Google Workspace account. So you have one, and there's another one. A personal Gmail you want to migrate from, and HCL, formerly IBM Domino server. Wow, hey, its new name is HCL. Domino's used to be famous, email solution, and from IBM. And when I was in Scotia Bank, there we had Domino's as well. There was a Domino's administrator there as well that was handling emails, inbound, outbound email for the bank, going through Domino's. Other IMAP servers, and that is just other email servers that can let you download emails. Okay, so anyway, this is a scenario here, options for legacy environment. So what our scenario is that we're going to actually migrate some data from Office 365 to your Gmail account. So that's going to be very interesting to know that how does data migration really work. And obviously the whole planet has gone to, or majority of the companies on the planet Earth have gone to Office 365 already. So this course has become really important, especially the Exchange Online, Teams Online, SharePoint Online is also there, Azure Active Directory is there as well, and then security and compliance. It has very good security features there that the companies like. So now how about we try to migrate that, and let me show you then how to do that. So what's the scenario here? Scenario is that that we have a G Suite or Google Workspace here, right? So in GCP we have Google Workspace here. So there's, this is also called /G Suite, and inside Google Cloud, and then we're gonna create a free Office 365 account here as well, right? So that is, you can create free as many you want. Microsoft is very generous about Office 365. They are really earning a lot from this. So Office 365 has what? It has also email application, Exchange Online. It has SharePoint Online. It has Teams Online, and then also OneDrive, and it goes on and on, right? The services just keep going, and then security, Yammer, many applications, but main critical applications would be Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, Teams Online. These used to be separate courses, they still are as well, but they're part of the Office 365 suite. So that's why I go for Office 365 administrator. If you want to become, you have to pass 3 Microsoft 365 expert. If you want to get that certification, you need to pass 2 core exams of Office 365 and one of the optional. And optional is Exchange Online, SharePoint, Teams Online, and then others as well. So I teach then Office 365 plus Exchange Online and Teams Online. These two are very important. But when we are talking about that, we go for SharePoint Online. Oh, there is Endpoint Manager, which is Microsoft Intune. Okay, so anyway, our main idea here is that create a new Office. It's also 1 month 375. Oh, I'm coming up with that. So a 365 account, and then configure the mailbox of 365, and create some emails there, and then we're gonna go for, so that would be our Office 365 site configuration, and here initiate data migration and connect to Office 365 and start migration of email data or mailbox data, that is migration of mailbox data, which could be emails, contacts, contact list, right, tasks, whatever you created there, from Office 365. The new name is Microsoft 365 actually, to G Suite, so Google Workspace mailbox, right? So that's the plan here, to use the data migration from actually an outside entity, and that's also the famous one here, which is Office 365, right? So now there are some steps that they have already provided, and those steps have to be followed professionally when you're going for this configuration or migration. So what we're trying to do is, so we will initiate the migration from GCP, and so the migration will go from this one. Okay, so Chintan says, why they migrate to Google from Office 365? No, this is just a lab we're doing. People would go for lesser per month charges. Then many companies are actually on G Suite or Google Workspace G Suite, right? Because it's monthly charges are less, and some colleges and any big organizations that have kind of tight budgets, they will go for G Suite because of overall monthly costs. So when they are seeing that it's really accumulating, services are very good in Office 365, but the cost is more, and then they realize. So some organizations have been moving back because of the cost, and some because of the developer tools. So there are major two reasons that you would see people moving towards that. I'll just quickly create that, and then we'll just move ahead. But the one migration project online to online should be there. So I'll just go ahead and I'll create another a new incognito window, and I'll go for Office 365. I'll go fast if only I'm doing the lab. So otherwise, if anyone needs to know or ask question about the creation of the account and configuration, then let me know. So what I'm just trying to search here is the word Office 365 Enterprise 5 trial. Office 365 Enterprise trial, right? This one. So I'm gonna make that search here, and then I'll go for Office 365 E5. I'll click that, and then I'll go for a quick free trial account. So what is E5? It's the top package there, Enterprise 5, right? And I'm gonna go for free trial. Otherwise, it is $46. It is annual commitment. Is if you have annually purchased it for 12 months, then it is $46. Otherwise, monthly it is $76. So it's expensive. I'm gonna go for free trial here, and I'll quickly create a new account. Oh, okay, it signed me out. I think I was signed in. Create a new account, pick an account. Which account do you want to sign out of? Are you kidding me? Okay, it does that. Okay, so I'll just put that again here. I'll go for incognito. Actually, I have that other in private, so Edge as well. I'll just quickly go for that. Portal.office.com. Hopefully it does not automatically log me in. Okay, there you go. So create one. So in fact, I'm not going for this. It's Office 365 E5 Enterprise 5 trial. I need to create that E5 trial. So I'll just go for Office E5, and it lands on the same kind of page. That's giving me a trial, seriously. There is really. I'll just go back here quickly. Yeah, this is for one user, exactly. The administrator. E5 trial account, okay. Oh, Linda.com. Okay, so Milop has already created that. This means I should be running now. First one, and free trial. Switch to Canada, yes. And free trial again. I'll just go for that. Please let me just create now. Okay, there you go. So thank you for choosing Office 5. Yeah. And I'll give my Gmail here. idguyme@gmail.com. Then I'll go next. And it says that, okay, you have to set up an account. So I'm just gonna click a setup account. So I'm gonna click that, and first name, last name, yeah, go for it. Okay, just give your full name there. 647-554-9446. My phone number, company name, Cloud Engineers Academy. Company size, it's a big one person. Canada, country, and next. So it's gonna then text you the verification code. So wait for the text. Got it. 576-361. Verify. Okay, now it is asking the business name, and it's going to attach it with a free domain name, just like in Azure Infrastructure as a Service, IaaS, right? So here as well, .onmicrosoft.com. Oh, okay. Now says, so mine say Office 365, not Office 365 E5. Office 365 only would be, I think there are the three packages, E1, E3, E5, Enterprise 1. But if it's not saying any of the E, then it's not even Enterprise. Yeah, E3 is cheaper. All we need is one email account from it. I'm just going for the top package there. E5 is the top package. I've been when I teach Office 365, so I just create that one. So I'm in the habit of doing that. I think E3 is also okay. Or if you create that Office 365 only, and it lets you connect to. So see that on the right side, Milap. What do you have there? There's Outlook. I can see the Outlook here, right? If the Outlook icon is there, then we're good. If this icon is not there, then we're not good. So that's what I was searching. That Office 365 E5 trial. Just type that and then start creating an account. But if you see Outlook there, you're good. So this is free. This is trial version. So it is free. What I'm creating is free. So okay, cool. And I'm just gonna go ahead and create some business name here. So this is your first name. Well, my first name, 04, today's date, 04Dec2020. Hopefully nobody has that created. Okay, so there you go. So the domain should not be existing already, but it is just for 1 month trial. So your first name 04Dec2020.onmicrosoft.com. Once that domain name is available, that's it. Next and finito. Oh well, okay. Then you need to go for username. So I'm gonna go for admin, whatever the domain name I put there, and the free domain name .onmicrosoft.com admin, and the password, the class password. Small ABC equal to 3 without shift 3. Small ABC equal to and once you create that user here and the password, so I would not like to hear from Microsoft. I would not like to hear from Microsoft. Okay, don't check those, and click sign up. Yay. And it is going to finalize the settings. It's also going to again give you a wizard that you can avoid. Okay, this is the account admin at, this is what I need to save somewhere because I really forget. Admin at this, so I'll just put it on day 5, or I'll just put it on the because I'm saving here all the account names that I've created. Office 365, maybe later also we have some lab for Office 365. Admin account created 04Dec2020. Okay, so just it says here you have used your Gmail account, create free tier. Yes, I used my private email, ID guy me, right, Gmail account when I was signing up here, and only use private email here. Do not use any company ones unless you have a good reason for that. Okay, so it's a private Gmail based, and I'm gonna go to setup, and then it's asking, it's gonna give you a longer wizard that I'm gonna simply skip. So thank you for choosing. Yeah. Go. Let's finish setting up. Yeah. Then it says install Office. If you want to download MS Office, add domain, add users, connect domains, share Microsoft Teams. So all this, and you want to add the domain from, suppose you purchase it from GoDaddy.com or from add users. You want to then create users here where that is ending up with your domain name from the domain registrar. So I'm going to click the exit setup that is on the right side bottom. The Z is the one, right? Make a selection. Why are you leaving this setup? I'm not ready to complete setup. Okay, I'm not ready. Oh, really? It's okay for Microsoft to contact? No. Send and exit. So we are at the Microsoft 365 headquarters. Microsoft 365 Admin Center, right? So this is the headquarters of Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and from there I just need to check my Office 365 email. Otherwise also you can see admin centers, so there is Exchange Online, more will be coming up because the account is creating SharePoint Online, Teams Online, they all get created. Azure Active Directory is already there. So this is just a SaaS based or software as a service based, right? So I'm going to put all I need to do is that I need to go to these 9 buttons and Outlook. I just need to reach this Outlook for which I created this account. Could have created with E3, with E1 as well, as long as it gives an Outlook. So Outlook is that email client, right? And I'm going to right click here on Outlook. How did I go there? I just went to the 9 dots here. You can see that the 9 dots were there in that Google Workspace, right? If I go to Google Workspace here, it has the same type of interface, but that's Google. And then we have this. Oh, it's already done. All right. Yeah. So, okay, this is an edge actually. So, hey guys, I'm just gonna go to the 9 dots here, and then in Outlook, I'm gonna right click here and open a new tab, right? Once I click open a new tab, so is the email working for Office 365? That's all I need to know. And the admin account, that also I need to know. Something went wrong. Hey, refresh the page. So it's still working, and I'm expecting it to work right away. Too soon. It's still working. Well, so it's just taking time to open, so that's why it's saying something went wrong. Otherwise it is supposed to be okay. I'll just refresh again. Oh yeah, we couldn't sign you in because the mailbox is still getting ready, but this is the email, admin at your first name. Okay, so it's just saying that, hey, stop coming inside too soon. This is not nice. Let us create everything. So even the SharePoint is not showing here. I'm just going to refresh that again once more. And then click show all again. And okay, so yes, they are still in the process of creating the whole thing. I'll just refresh. So it's just newly created and it's not available right away. Okay, now you can see Teams there as well. SharePoint is not showing, but it also will be showing soon. So Exchange is showing, so the mailbox should open, but it's just taking a little time. I'll just go to the 9 buttons again, Outlook again, open a new tab. Yeah, maybe it's not ready yet. Okay, so while it is getting ready, what we can do is I'll just go to this area. So first it says that check where you can migrate from, and we're going to actually migrate from this Microsoft Exchange Online Office 365, and then there's a next step here as well. If I go to next is set up your new Google Workspace domain. So if I click that, then you know that Workspace domain we already set up, right? We already have a domain attached with Google Identity Service, and and we have a super admin already. So next, make sure your new Google Workspace domain is ready for the migrated data. And in those details, set up Google Workspace. Make sure your users have a license. So yes, our users have a license. Add users to your Google Workspace domain. Yes, we have already added the users to the Workspace domain. Turn on the target Google service for users. Gmail must be enabled for email migration. So this is what we did last time. That Gmail must be enabled, and I am actually, I guess, yeah, I'm logged in from that Gmail. And if I refresh this, is the inbound working now? Oh, inbound is still not working. Seriously, I had sent an email from there. admin add to this admin add installing soft.xyz. So even it is newly created, and what they were saying that it's going to take 24 hours. So I think they really meant for at least this one that it's going to take. So I'm from my other Gmail where I received the email from there. Outbound is right away working fine, and from Gmail I'm just sending from another screen. Sent that email already. Maybe by now the DNSs across the planet may have already um, you know spread the news. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to well, here also it's taking time, there also it's taking time. Oh, now it's ready. You can see that. I think it's or not. Okay, too soon. I'll just go back here and let's just check the migration process again until we have some kind of no, we don't need to. So Milap says there for the Office 365 do I need to add a domain? Production environment, yes, we have to. When we are doing the course of Office 365, yes, we do. Exactly the same way we did in Azure. We just go to custom domain and do that. Here, no, we don't need to add any domain for now. Okay. Yes, we can migrate without the domain as well. Which domain? So it's going to be the free domain. That's the only difference. Instead of an official company domain name, it's going to end with the .on Microsoft free domain name. But it's going to migrate, sure. Okay, so pre-built administrator roles, we had already talked about that, and yeah, so this is what we have set up already. And next step 3 is set up your TLS. So set up your new Google Workspace domain. This is already set up, admin.google.com. We're logged in. Now I'm going to go for well, the next step is set up your TLS or Transport Layer Security Certificate. And TLS and its predecessor, Secure Socket Layer SSL, are often both referred to as SSL or Secure Socket Layer, right? The data migration service communicates over TLS and requires your legacy environment to have a TLS certificate. Well, yes, and the certificate must be signed and trusted by a third-party root certificate authority. You can't use the data migration service if your email server has a self-signed certificate. So it says that go to GoReady.com and purchase a certificate from there, or it says that go to any certificate authority or CA like digicert.com or GoReady.com and verisign.com. There are many other geotrust.com as well. So those are the CAs there, certificate authorities. Now it says that you can't use a data migration service if your email server has a self-signed certificate. But I tried it and it just succeeded when migration succeeded. It was saying that, but we can go as far as we can. So before you begin, where you create your certificate, we recommend that you change the default size of your key ring from 512 to 2048 bits. So the key size for encryption and decryption, if you have more key characters in a key size, encryption decryption key, so it takes longer for the hackers to really crack that key. Complete optional fields like city or locality when you create your key ring. Some certificate authorities require this information. Okay, so whenever you're purchasing a certificate, normally you go to GoReady.com or digicert.com. So it's from $200 or $150 up to $2,000, whichever type of certificate you want for 1 year. Set up your certificate. Use a TLS certificate verifier to verify the installation and signing of the TLS certificate. If the TLS certificate is trusted, the verifier displays a successful connection message. Well, so they're saying that if the certificate is trusted, then they will verify when they are trying to connect with each other, and then they are going to say that it's okay. Now I think that they already have the Google Workspace and Office 365 already has a collaboration contract with each other. So they are telling this step, but I was able to do without that. So we're gonna try without that as well, and it went amazingly smooth and seamless, but I have yet to see the data actually showing from Office 365 to uh, Gmail of this super administrator. Then there's prepare your legacy environment is the next one. So yes, the TLS certificate, if you purchase that, that's better. There's more secure migration. And migrate data after you set up your Google Workspace domain and TLS certificate, make sure that your legacy system is set up correctly. Legacy system or the other one from where you're migrating the data is Office 365. So is it set up correctly, and how to set up? If I put that drop down here, they're saying that in your Google admin console, go to data migration. That's where we're about to go, or we are there. Click set data migration up. Under migration source, select Microsoft 365. You have to define that what is the source of the migration. Select your data type and click authorize. So what do you want to transfer? Contacts from there? You want to transfer emails from there? What do you want to transfer? So enter or select your Exchange Online Administrator email address. You know that email address we just used to create that admin at your free domain, right? So that's the email address also for Exchange admins. Now I still need to go inside the Outlook email so I could see that could test that it's working fine or not. So if I go there and I'll refresh this page, so I'll just close that and refresh even this page, the admin center, and click show all. And now SharePoint is also showing Teams, Exchange, Compliance, Security. So these are all the major applications in an admin center. I'll make a duplicate of this, right click, and in fact once we log in, I'm just going to make a duplicate tab of this admin center, right? Once I make a duplicate tab of that, I'm just going to go to Outlook again. Instead of opening another page, I'll just click on top of that, and it's still not ready yet. So yes, it does take time. I'm just going to go down here. One more thing, can I go to the Exchange? This is the email enterprise grade application. Oh, actually that is not ready, that's why Exchange is not ready right now. So anyway, we will just talk about that, or even we can even continue when it is fully there, because we need to create some emails there. And I have already got this in the Gmail as well, a new email, and even here it's not, it's sending emails but it's not receiving emails, right? So get started. Oh, serious. Next. I'll just close that. But yeah, I'm expecting too much too soon, right? That it should be up right away. And so if I go to sent items here, so at least there is one sent email, and from there I tried to send two emails now, but it hasn't arrived yet. So this means that incoming is still not available. So they're both right now not ready, and it's a matter of time actually when they will be ready, right? Okay, so that's next is 5, and that is migrate data, and that's where they're saying that just choose all this and go ahead. I'm going to click the migrate data as well, and that is follow the steps to migrate. So once you go to the migrate data 5th stage here, these are the stages here, right? These are the stages. Then you can migrate email, contacts, and calendars, right? And it says in a single session you can migrate emails, contacts, and calendars with the data migration service, but you can't migrate 2 or more of these at the same time. So migrate them separately. So one first contacts or first email, and then contacts, and then calendars. You can migrate like that. So okay, so this is the migration process, and data migration types are there. So I'm just going to go back to our console here. Oh, I was actually in Data. I'm just going to go back until I reach the data migration area. And then it says, hey, log in again. We want to verify it's you. So yes, so this is the page where we were on, and I'm just gonna right click and learn more in a new tab, which is open here now. So guys, I'm just back here to just explore more features of setup data migration. While the Office 5 is still setting up and Gmail is also still setting up, so I'm just gonna I'm here and I'm gonna click that setup data migration. Once we click the setup data migration, so the first thing it asks is select a migration source. Select the type of source server that you are migrating from. If you don't know or are unsure, select I don't know. Really. So then you can see that all the options here and Google Workspace, Gmail, and then all the Exchange editions. This is Microsoft Exchange or Microsoft Email Solutions. And then there is GoDaddy IMAP, other IMAP server, I don't know. So that's one thing. So obviously I'm going to go for Office 365, this one. Once we click that, so it says select the type of items to migrate. So if we go for, suppose, emails first, right? I'll just select email. Once we select that, okay, right now we can select, but later it doesn't allow us to select or change the selection. So then, or after authorization, it does not. Then it says select the protocol to use to talk to your source server, the Office 365 server. We recommend that you choose auto select, and either you want to go for Exchange Web Services or auto select. They say recommend auto select. If I go for Exchange Web Services, does it ask something else? It then says that, hey, this is the link there, but you know what, better go for auto select and let Google handle that connectivity with Office 365 from Google Workspace. Authorization. After clicking the authorize button, you're redirected to your service provider to confirm the data migration service can import your information. So once the authorization flow is complete, you'll return to the data migration service to finish. What it's saying in English is that authorization. So it's going to ask you the administrator username and password of your Office 365, right? Once you click authorize. Okay, so, but we don't have yet, I'll refresh that again. We don't even have yet the Exchange Online, or the emailing is not even working. If I go to users and active users, I'm in Office 365 now, and I go to users and active users. So this is the user, the admin, and it has a license. Totally in, this is for 25, normally the license is for 25 users maximum for 1 month trial with all the services. So the license is already given, and I'm gonna click show all again. If Exchange is working, Outlook will work. So I'll just click that Exchange. It's doing this thing. Okay, you know what, I'll put this in. Oh, yours worked. Okay, Chetan says it's worked. That's good. So it's a matter of time. I mean, I'm using Edge browser. Maybe it's that browser, or maybe not. If it's working, then Chintan, you can go to this 3 dots here and right click on Outlook and open the Outlook and send email from Outlook to your Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo, and then send it back from there. In fact, send back from there 3 or 4 replies, so we will have some emails to migrate. And also we need to create contacts, like go to contacts and then just add new users there, fake users, and I'll show you. We can just come here and create multiple users with licenses, and they will be added as a contact there as well. Okay, so I'll refresh this page and show all, go down, Exchange. Are you serious? maybe it's because I'm in private mode, but that doesn't make sense. What has in private to do with this? So I'll go up I'll log out myself from the portal menu of other organization, and I'll try to log in from Chrome now. So I'll use another account, and I'll just use this quickly. Copy. Okay, it's logged in from here as well. I'll click show all and go down to Exchange. Oh man, really? It's still not ready. It's doing this weird thing. So it's not Edge. It shouldn't be. Wow, amazing. Normally it is ready sooner, but it's just taking more time to get ready. So we can then discuss some other feature there, but otherwise I need to create some activity here and send and receive emails, and then we can do the migration as well. So we can just give it some time and discuss something else and then come back, and it just needs more time. Normally by this time it does get connected. So I'll just go ahead and I'll keep it logged in here, and go ahead. So I'll just go back to where we were. So this is just ready on the authorize button, and it wants to log into that, but on the other side Office 365 is not ready yet, right? So this is I'll just give it more time, and hopefully today it will start. So now this is there. So if you're Chintan and Milap, if you're actually trying that, is your Gmail receiving emails as well? So if I go to my Gmail here and I go for refresh, or anyone else who is also trying, is your Gmail working? Okay, yeah, we can take a break as well. Chintan, not yet. Okay, because if you don't have a Gmail here on your side, and so I'm just going to send an email again. me and test do. So let's in fact then take a break and then come back and check it out. So outbound is somehow working fine, but inbound is not working here as well. Anyway, so we're going to continue with next features until we're having these two ready, because we created them new, so they will take. So test do back. I've just sent it to my Gmail, and I sent it a reply back to this, and the inbound is still not ready here as well. Fresh. Okay guys, let's take a break and then come back, but then after that I'm just going to go ahead with next features of data migration until these two environments are ready. So take a break here, pausing the video, resuming, and let's get going. Okay, so I'm just gonna check back about mailbox here is also kind of not ready for Gmail, so we're going to continue with the rest of the topics until our environments are ready. And if they're not ready today, they say 24 hours, so we can still do that next time as well, because those credentials we need to have, that's all. If I click the exchange here, and Does it open? Normally it opens right away. Oh, like this. Excuse me. Well, it is working. So Exchange server is working. This means that Outlook will be working too. Okay, so Milap says his migration completed already, so that's very good. And Chintan says I can send email from Gmail to Gmail, Gmail to Microsoft, but Microsoft to Gmail is still waiting for message. Okay. And I'll just go for the Outlook, right click and open new tab. Now Outlook should be open. Milap says I see the MS emails in my Gmail. Wow, okay. Milap is already done. So I'll just start that as well because I have to then start now because I'm able to log in now. So I'll just quickly send a new message to my IT guy, me at gmail.com, and then test one tab test one. I'll just do the test and send and reply as well. I'll go to my other screen and try to, well, I received it right away and I'm sending back. So test one back. I'm writing on the other screen from my Gmail account and sending it back here. So inbox, I'll refresh again and there should be another email now. Well, will be. One day, Monday or Sunday, there's gonna be another email. Okay, so Minab says, so this migration just copies the emails. It does not impact the Office 365 account. No, it does not. Suppose migration is going on, Milap, then you can try to send an email and try to receive an email from some third party, from somewhere else, and then you can see. It should not be disturbing, but obviously we should test always. Okay, so here, yes, inbound, outbound for this Outlook is working fine, right? So I'm gonna just now start that migration process. So I'll go back to my Gmail where actually the emails are not still, at least in the Gmail, inbound is not really working, but it's not showing that it's working, but I'll start the migration anyway. I'll go back to this configure data migration. Gmail is taking a long time to receive email. Oh yes, okay. Chintan says Gmail is taking a long time to receive, so definitely this means that well, there would be reasons that world is going towards Office 365. It's just readily available, better, and better in security, better in international standards of collaboration. So if it's better, then big companies would go for that. Okay, so here in Office 365, the only thing, well, I'm back in Google Workspace and the Configure Data Migration Service, and there I had already selected email, and I selected the source as Office 365. I had selected a connection protocol auto, and then I was just on that authorized button where I need to put the administrator account of Office 365. So I'm just going to click that authorized button now, and it is asking that which Microsoft account, and no, not that. I have that account here. I just created that now, so I'll just grab this, use another account, and this is what I created today, today's date, next, and the password. So for authorization, I need to put my Office 365 account here, sign in, and then it just says that permissions requested review for your organization, data migration service, migrate.gsuite.google.com. This application is not published by Microsoft or your organization. This app would like to use Exchange web services with full access to all mailboxes and sign in and read user profile. So it needs access to that. If I just select that down arrow, allows the app to have full access via Exchange web services to all mailboxes without a signed in user, and sign in and read your user profile allows users to sign into the app and allows the app to read the profile of signed in users. It also allows the app to read basic company information of signed in users. So that's what the whole information is saying, that migrate.gsuite.google.com will have these rights on the other side. I'm going to click the accept here. Then give Office 360 migrate.gsuite to give rights to on mailboxes of Office 365. So I'm going to go down here. Now authorized is also grayed out because I have given the authorization. So I'm going to click that start here. So once we click the start, and now it says that connection successful. So the migration services of Gmail is successful in connecting with Office 365 and select the start date of your migration. Your email will be migrated from that date to the most recent, starting with the most recent first. Right? So past 1 year, all emails, or past 1 month. So suppose there were so many, all the emails that are there for past 1 year. And choose migration options, migrate deleted mail as well, migrate junk mail as well, exclude the following folders from migration, separated list. Suppose you have some folders back there that needs to be not migrated, then you can do that too. I have not sent a lot of emails to this, so I'll just send test 2 to that mailbox, and then reply test 3 to that mailbox, and then reply test 4 to that. So I have just bunch of more emails here for migration, and so I'm just gonna refresh here, because then we want to see that how it's migrating. Well, right now it's just showing 2 emails, so it's coming from Gmail, 4 more emails. So once they are there, and also I'll just delete this 1 email that is there, right? And I'll delete is here, so I'll just delete. Oh, okay, so there are all those emails also showing there. These, because that was a conversation, so test 3 is showing there, and test 4 is showing there. That was the last one I sent, test 3, and then test 2. So yeah, these are all showing there. So I'll go to this email. Instead of deleting the whole conversation, I'm just going to delete this first one that was already there. And so 1 email is in the deleted items here as well. This is 1 email that is in the deleted items. So and the rest of the 4 emails are actually there. So I need the emails that were in deleted items, and I need those here as well in the mailbox inbox. So migrate deleted email, migrate junk email if there are junk email. Why would we migrate junk email? Anyway, so migrate deleted emails as well. Choose migration options. So these are the options, right? And then by clicking the select users button, you authorize Google's data migration service to fetch information from your server and upload it to your Google Workspace accounts. If you go to domain-wide delegation during the migration, you will see Google's data migration client in the authorized clients list for accessing pertinent information. So, well, it's just saying that since you authorize, so go ahead and try to migrate. So there's select users is the next option now. I'm going to click that select users. Now it says that, okay, that is the data migration, the source is this, and its Exchange Web Services EWS, and then it's this date. So I'm just going to go for add user, or we could also go for bulk upload with CSV. So I'm just going to click the add user, and I need to put the email of the admin user whose emails we want to have migrated here. So this is the full UPN with the principal name, and so that's the admin email address and workspace email. So that is my admin email that it detects right away, for which I created a trial version of Gmail. So transfer all the emails from there to this. Now, main thing you understand there is that it's the emails being transferred from there to here, and after that you don't need that mailbox, and you can delete in Office 365 if you were actually moving to the G Suite. Otherwise, it's all the calendar items are not transferred, and tasks are not transferred. So whatever option you see are being transferred. So I'm just going to click that start here. Although it does offer other options as well. So first it says that select any one option. So I've clicked the start already, and it is initializing, right? And there are 4 emails in the inbox and 1 email in the deleted email folder. So that's one user there. So while this is migrating there, oh, okay. So if I go to Outlook, now this is Microsoft Admin Center here, right? And I am going to Admin Center, and there are active users here, this one, and I can click that add user here as well, right? So if suppose I go for add user, single user, I'll go for, and that single user, I'm just gonna quickly create a user here, your first name 01, and your first name 01, your first name 01. I'm creating that in Office 365, and let me create a password. Small MC, get MC, shape123, without shape123, and uncheck require this user to change the password, and next. I'm just creating a quick, but I'm giving a license to that user as well. So 24 out of 25 are 1 is used, and now 2 will be used, right? So assign a user product license. I'm clicking that as well, and then clicking next. And this is an end user, but all I want is an email for that user. So this is the email of this user. I'll just copy that here, and I'll put that another Microsoft 365 user here, and finish adding, and then close, right? So obviously if this user has a license, this user also has emails as well, Outlook as well, not have emails but Outlook. And if I go to the first user from which I'm logged in already, then I can go to new message and go to this user as well, go to this newly created user as well, which is not to be found right now, but if it's too soon again that I'm looking for it, but I'll just put the whole email, and test 2. So this is gonna go and send item here. So that user also has an email. Right now it's undeliverable because that mailbox may not be up and running right now. I'm just doing everything to phone. Anyway, if there were multiple users, can we do multiple simultaneous migrations? That's what I was trying to achieve here, but I'm just expecting everything to be too soon created there and configured. Yes, so Chintan says mailbox created automatic with Amir 01. Normally, yes, if you give the Office 365 license, yes, it gets created. If not, then it doesn't get created. So it was asking, so we could have unchecked that, no, don't give a license, then there would not be a Outlook here. So I'm just going to go back here where the migration is going on, and it's actually giving me the progress here as well, 16% done. And if I check my Gmail, and if I refresh that, so not much here. There is okay, first email has started arriving. Yay, so first email has arrived. Test 3, test 2, test 1, and 3 messages. So actually that's the whole conversation got arrived here. So it has all those. So this means maybe it's done. Oh, it's still on 16%, but the email that I wanted, or the emails that I have arrived. So that's okay, but it still shows maybe it's stuck there, maybe not. I don't want to disturb that by refreshing it. So well, yes, the migration of emails is done. That deleted items, right? What is the folder here for delete? Really? They don't have a delete folder? Archive? No. Journal? Formatted? Oh, more. Okay, I'll click more. And so there's spam and bin. So it's bin here, right? And bin also has the deleted items. Yay! So the migration is complete. So deleted items of that came here to the bin here. So this means that's very good. And yes, all we wanted from that mailbox is actually here. So Love says, so this is one-time migrations. If I receive more emails in Office 365 account, it does not get migrated. Well, the thing is, migration is going on right now, 83%, right? And 99%. So this is that time where synchronization is going on. When it finishes, there's an option here, pause migration, right? Pause on migration. So is it synchronizing continuous? Well, the thing is, if you pause, then it's not. But when it is done, is it doing that or not? We can just put it to test. Normally, we should initiate that. I'm just gonna send myself an email now. So that is admin, right? And you know, test 5 email, test 5 email. So I'm just sending it to myself instead of from outside to just create some email traffic. So yes, there is that email that came to me from me. And a message to, okay, so I've created that. Did it got migrated as well, right? I just created now. So, and it's still on 99%. And if I go back to inbox, slowly there were emails coming there. There are 5 of them. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, yeah. Okay. Well, these are the previous one, and still there's migration going on. So is that sync still happening or not? So, well, that we can put to test. There the email has been created, but is it still checking and moving? So when it did, so all the current email at that time were there, but now it's just I guess it's finishing. But if I pause migration, then we get email reports. Email reports will just tell us that what exactly got migrated. And migration settings, we can go back, and this time we can say, hey, not emails but all the contacts, please migrate them as well, right? So once this is done, we can do that too. And I'm just going for one more, and that is again email to itself, and that is still testing and still testing. So a couple of more emails created there. It's still migrating 99%, so it's about to finish up, wrap up. And till now, whatever was migrated is there, but it doesn't look like it's a continuous sync. Or it could after some time, but till now nothing. So, okay, once this is done, then we can go for the email reports or also migration settings here. And yeah. Yeah. I think we have to remove source and destination email from data migration for stop migration. Oh, This is here, just, we can click that stop user migration, that's all. Select the user and stop user migration, that's all. It will then remove everything itself.
You can do pause as well.
Yeah. Oh, your voice is not very clear. So last time I was not able to understand.
I'm saying like also do pause, right?
Oh, yeah, it's not. It's cutting.
Yeah.
I think you have to move from Brampton. Now it's a strong case.
Now it's better.
Hmm?
Now it is
Yeah,
better.
now it's okay. So stay in Brampton. Yeah.
Because my laptop lid is closed, so that's why.
So yeah.
So we can click on pause, right?
Yes, we can click on pause and it is complete as well. And no more emails. So it did grab at a certain time during the migration, and then it did not grab anything else. All the newer emails it did not grab, and it's complete, so it's not a complete continuous sync. But if I want to resume user migration, so now I know that there are newer emails there, and it has completed, and I selected that. So either I stop migration. Actually, you know what? It actually removes the whole setting here. Then we have to authorize again, right? Right now we can keep on resuming migration here, so it's initializing again, and I have new emails now that I'm expecting here in Gmail. So I've resumed it, and those new emails are there, and I'm still sending some more. It's visa party. This means that at a certain time in the migration, it just migrates off. Before and after that, no, it does not. So, but then initializing, and it has to grab everything, it's going to start everything. So yeah, that's going to take time. Or we can just pause it or stop. Stop will just simply remove everything and we have to authorize again. Okay. So, well, that's migration. In fact, I wanted to go for the migration settings here. And it says here, use the slider to adjust the maximum number of simultaneous requests made to your source server. How many requests you want to make. And a higher number increases the migration speed but may degrade your user's experience due to greater load on your source server. So this is just saying how many simultaneous requests you want to make here. Oh, it's completed right away. So did I get more emails there? Fresh. That's strange. Resume migration did not actually get me the newer emails here. So Milab says, so basically in real world we would need to set a migration cutoff date and then close the Office 365 account once matches. Yeah, so that's could be final migration as well. Oops, there's a lot of sound coming from. So yes, so the thing is that we yes, there has to be permanent migration, or suppose the company actually has both type of solutions there. There could be cutoff or there could be continuous migrations going on. Sometimes the mailboxes are so many that it takes weeks, and it's phase wise. Phase 1, 200 mailboxes, and phase 2, 500 mailboxes, phase 3, 800 mailboxes, suppose. So yeah, so Mohammed Saak says that it may be in the process of buffering. Yeah, but the migration process itself completed. It may have gone to the mailboxes and collected it, and yes, it may put the new emails there. Otherwise, or maybe it has just connected the settings there. Just check the connections and not exactly fetch the emails. Maybe I have to just simply or reauthorize and start again. What I was expecting was that it should just get the newer emails, but it did not. If I go for more, so download user error report, if there was any error, and resume did not actually grab an email. I'll just resume one more time for newer emails, but the thing is that it's just not picking up more, right? Okay, so that is something that we can try all the time. But there's that one migration that we tried from Office 365 emails being migrated to the Google Cloud Gmail. And so here, yes, we can have a lot of scenarios there, and I'll refresh that, nothing there, although now I initiated that migration again. So it seems like that we can stop the migration or this, so it completed again, and I'll select that and actually go for download user report if there's an error report, and download CSV. Oh, okay. What? CSV is not loading in. I just need to load it in Excel. Okay, WordPad. No errors for user. Okay, that was a very long message. Okay, the second thing is I'm gonna go for stop user migration. I'm still checking some more, although there were some emails migrated, but not anymore. Resume migration is not actually resyncing the mailbox. So that's one thing. Second thing is we can pause on migration, email reports, and migration settings. We have seen all about that. I'm gonna go for migration settings again. It's just saying simultaneous how many you want supported in terms of requests, and exit migration. So I'm just gonna go for the exit migration now, and these are very limited options here. So it's not a very big professional service having offering us a lot of options there. It's not really offering a lot of options. I'm going to click the exit migration. So it says here this will email a migration status report to you. Close the current migration session. There is a session connected right now, and clear all migration configuration status information. So all the configuration will be gone as well, right? If I go for exit migration before that, I'll just check once more that, hey, did anything get sent here? Nope. If I alt tab here and to Office 365 and refresh here, well, I'm not expecting any change here, honestly. Other thing says, so email that arrived while migration is on progress will not get migrated. Yes, that's what it looks like, that you have to get the authorization again. Whatever got migrated in that session that's all. It's not picking up more. So I'm just gonna exit now with this. I'm just gonna click that view migration. I'm just gonna select that, and so okay, no, it's not after selection. Uncheck the selection and then go for that. Then it offers a exit migration. So if I go for exit migration and click exit migration, then it should just get rid of everything, all the settings here. This means that you have to again make a connection and click the authorize and put the username of the Office 365 and authorize the privileged account, and then initiate the migration again for newer email. So it's a one-off thing that, hey, right now what you have, migrate it and bye-bye, right? Or then just create the connection again, get the authorization again, and just do a second try. Well, this means that it's not a very sophisticated migration solution, and there could be third-party solutions that actually have that synchronization enabled as well if any new emails are coming. It's just a one-off migration. Whatever you have now, is that all? That's it? Okay, that's it. I'm migrating now. So that's what you can do here. Exit migration. So I'm just trying to remove this setup or finish it. This side is saying that, but on the other side, we haven't checked anything regarding this migration, that what kind of accounts it creates on the other side. Support service required view service requests here. Settings, domain search. So it was an email migration, so I'll go down to Exchange here in Office 365. And so it's depends on actually the reporting of that. So recipient was this, and was there any report about? It would be in the monitoring area inside. So monitoring is also available in compliance. Anyway, so Google would have told me as well, but then that's kind of we search. So I'll just get back. Exit migration is still working on it. I think I should have paused the migration work first, or stopped the migration first, and then should have done the exit migration. But it's taking longer time now to wrap up the whole setting, disconnect the session. So this is going on in this screen, which is okay. So whenever it finishes, we can go ahead and check it out as well. So I'm just going to go back to the admin console. Well, this is the admin console, but I'll go back to the cloud.google.com and go down to IAM and identity organization. So from there, I could open that admin.google.com console again, or you can independently open that as well. It's again checking that, hey, you are who you say you are. Well, the data migration we talked about, this is good, and then there's support, and that just starts a bot help assistant, and that gives you a lot of title here, a lot of options there. What do you want assistance for? So I'll just simply not follow up with that and close this. So we have gone through all these features. We've spent quite some time in the last class on devices, and then apps as well, and then security. Those were the longer topics there, and the connecting the Google or that GoDaddy domain to create an organization here. That was another longer lab that we did. So other than data migration, and we went for one example there as well. Oh wow, still doing exit migration, seriously. So this is admin.google.com, and from there you can always create more users and more groups that actually have access on the cloud.google.com, which is the actual IaaS. So this admin console would be in Azure. It's like Azure Active Directory there, and the rest is the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, the cloud.google.com, right? So I'm back there to cloud.google.com. We'll keep an eye on whenever the migration exits, or maybe it will say, hey, why don't you stop the migration first, then exit. So, but it says clearly that it's gonna just simply wrap up everything inside the data migration console. So I'm going to go back to the identity and organization, or IAM, here in the Google Cloud platform, or cloud.google.com. That's the other dashboard. So, and from there, when we came at the start of the class, we just went down to this from IAM, right? From this, we just went down to this manage users and groups. So other than that, if we are inside the IAM and admin itself, there is then policy troubleshooter there, and that is, if you have created the policies, then you can troubleshoot as well. Enter the following fields to check if the API call will grant the principal access to a resource. So API call normally is that connectivity There's always a reference of stack driver there as well, which is the monitoring solution here. Just like you have CloudWatch in AWS and Azure Monitor in Azure, and then stack driver here in Google Cloud Platform. So it's just saying that if you want to access the log files, then just put an email and resource permissions pairs. Now it says that you want to go for permissions on resources by putting a code there and what kind of permissions you want. For example, storage.buckets .get IAM policy. It's a policy troubleshooter. We have to first check the policies and then we can troubleshoot them, right? If you have created some policies there, if we have the access to create any policy, because it has some weird type of permission. It's not weird, but it's just their way of doing things, that even if you are a super admin, to some areas you will not have access. So that's really strange. If I go down here, to the policy analyzer and click that, so it shows me this policy analyzer on installing soft.xyz, or my organization domain name. And it says here, create query from template, and select canned templates below to run a quick query. Now there are some templates here. Who are the billing admins in my organization? So policy analyzer, the policy analyzer tool allows you to work out who has access. That's the main thing here, to understand who has access to what across the resource hierarchy within your organization. So this is the main thing, who has access to what across the resource hierarchy within your organization. And create query from template here. So that's written here, select canned template. So this is just saying that there are templates here for what kind of query you want to know who has what kind of access, right? So you just want to know who has what kind of access. So who are the billing admins in my organization? There's a query for that. Who can change firewall rules for my production project? Who can act as a service account? So suppose I go for the first one. So this is query on principal, show principals or service accounts or users and groups. The other category is show roles or permissions that are principal, or principal just means user account there has on a resource. So show roles or permissions that a principal has on a resource. And then the third category is a query on resource, show resources that a principal has access to, where you can define the access as well. So you want to actually define that, your first name 01 or John has access to billing admin. Okay, let me just change that too. So that query will actually let you define access as well, while this query will just give you information about which user account has access to which resource, what kind of roles and permissions on what resource, on a resource, and then show principals user account with certain access to a resource. So there are more complicated queries, and then there are some straightforward queries there as well. If I click that, who are the billing admins in my organization? And then there is a select a resource showing here, select roles or permissions. So query on, so who can act as a service account? Suppose you want to go for this query, and then if a resource is selected, analysis will exclude its child nodes. Not all resources are supported by policy analyzer. So please see the supported resource types list. So which resource can be added here, for which you can know the access of the users, right? So if I click that list here, right click and open in a new tab. So it then says for app engine applications that you're running, this is the resource and API reference: BigQuery, Cloud Billing, Cloud DNS, Compute Engine. So this is the Compute Engine, and compute.google.api and /address. If I right click or if I click that directly, so resource address, use global external address of GFE based external HTTPS load balancers in premium tier. So this is the whole query there, that for more information read reserved IP addresses. So JSON representation and then ID and string. So this is just telling you how to connect to this compute engine. Again, you will see a lot of reference to programmers that that can be used by programmers actually. So now I went to this page, but it just shows that resource, and there can be search. Suppose I go for compute engine, compute, right? And I think that spelling is yeah, compute engine default service account. So I just type comp and it says that okay, yes, we know a resource by this name. And if I go for app, as it says, some of the resources it cannot really run the query for. So if I go for comp, again it shows that, so I'll just select that, and it gives a long resource line here. Select roles or permissions or both. Select IAM roles and permissions to query on the selected resource. So you need to actually ask or query on the selected resource above. And so what kind of roles are you querying for that? So if I go to the roles as well, maybe in the compute engine category, which is in C, so cloud. Wow, it doesn't have CO. Compute engine. So there's a compute engine admin. Suppose I want to know the role of compute engine admin on the resource compute engine, and then permissions, example storage.buckets.delete, and add members. So add permissions as well. So what exactly you want information about? I'm just going to keep it simple right now. I want to know about this role. Who has this role on this resource? And I'll go for run query here. So it could give you the correct results, it could not. So actually no one has that role because we didn't give anyone a compute admin role yet, right? But so this means that we can also go for at least billing. We have actually the super admin has that. Oh, sorry, billing. It actually does not go for that too. It goes for compute, it goes for IAM, IAM. Okay, for on the whole organization, who has access? So, and the role for organization, if I go for O here, organization policy, and organization policy administrator, although I did not add that role as well, right? Monitoring, and if I go way up to the project, okay, and the owner, although it's for project and I selected here the whole organization, so I'll try to run a query here, and yes, now it gives a result that this guy has access to he's the owner role this account has, right? And the inheritance is coming from the organization level. So yes, the queries do work if you can define the resources that are there and what else you want to know. Hey, any permissions on this resource and who has that permission. So you can keep on adding permissions, you can keep adding a role, and also that hey, any group involved there that actually has permissions on these roles. So in a big organization, normally it gets confusing that who has permissions to what. So this is the area where you can analyze that. Okay, this guy has permission on this role, or you can go to the role itself, that who has this role, or you can go to the resource. Oh, these guys have access to these resources. Any way you want to run the query. So that's policy analyzer, who has what access on what resource, right? Since it says how to search in resources, it's not showing with compute resources. So yeah, you have to type here if you're on the policy analyzer and query on principal. So I just typed here comp, C-O-M-P, and then selected this. So this is the whole query for compute engine only. If you just want to go for compute engine, which is the virtual machines, but since we didn't give anyone any rights there on compute engine, so it's not showing anything. Yeah, it's not going to show because we didn't give anyone. So suppose you go to IAM admin here and here, right? Then go to edit here and add another role, and then go compute comp compute admin. Very good. So this compute admin I've given now and save. So now I've given this role. So now the policy analyzer should also let me see that there. So if I again go for some query here, okay, here, and comp, and who is the owner of compute engine? Yo, I should have gone for comp here as well. Admin. So who's compute admin on compute engine? Resource. So I'll run query. I just gave that.
So my problem is that, like, when I go to the search, like resource, when I type comp, I could not search anything.
So if you type COM like me, it does not show anything. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. If anyone else can confirm that.
Anyone has anybody else has issue? Like, I try like different names, but nothing showing up.
That's strange. Well, it could be that service there on your side that this particular time, because if it was some permission kind of issue, it would have given an error at that time. If the whole interface is good, then it's just not loading things fast enough for you. And if I go for comp and I load that, what I can do is, it has actually my service account. I was going to copy paste this for you, but obviously I have different projects showing here and it's not going to work.
Can you type something else other than comp, like anything else, like search anything else?
So it does say that it's not going to show all the resources. Not all resources are supported, but yes, I tried with the word, just the C, and it shows that. If I just try the word I, so it goes for the whole organization. And so, but I go for A, so I was going to go for app engine, but it's not yet showing that. If I go for database, so it's all about, in D I have, and if I go for DA, oh, database also is not there. But remote desktop connection, SSH, so some resources are there but not all. So, or if we type it in that way, so if I go for compute, we can see that iam.googleapis.com projects in this project. So we have to come up with this query directly, and then it's gonna search for any resource. So that goes down deeper with this. So if I go for supported types list here, this is where it went for following asset types are supported by the asset analysis APIs. So BigQuery, it shows that, but when I actually typed this, it didn't work. So if I go for that, app-engine.google APIs, in fact, I'll just go for the whole thing. And search for a resource or enter a valid resource URI. So if I go for just this and click outside, no. So yeah, we have to grab that actual API with the full address, proper address here. That goes down to a lot of programming. Mohammed Isaac says search for a resource or enter a valid resource URI. Yeah, exactly, that's one. So what we were able to find, it just goes for popular resource compute for me, that is, and and this is whole. If you just change your project name and your service account setting, then it might just let you search for that. So seems like limitations are there. I'll cancel out. So create a principal query here. Who can change firewall rules? Example query question, and who can act as a service account. So if I go for the next one, it also just shows the same thing. Show access grants for principals, service accounts, e.g. who can act as a service account. So I'm just gonna copy this as well, but this is the only place where I can put it, but then it says, hey, it's a URI that you need to put, not some statement here. Anyway, so this is very few resources are easily available. We have to come up with the whole code with the actual address of the resource for it to really search for us. If we go for if we go for organization policies under the policy analyzer, so these are the organization level policies. So organization policies for organization this. Cloud organization policies let you constrain access to resources. So you're limiting access to resources at and below this organization. So at the organization level, you can limit the resources, and below it, folder or project. Organization, so below this organization, folder or project. So you can edit restrictions on the policy detail page. So, well, these are all the policies, and that's a lot. Actually, it's 1 out of 46 pages here. If I actually, that's not the pages, that's the whole set of policies there. And if I click the 200 rows per page, so this is just 46 rows here, but you can see that it's talking about virtual private cloud VPC. It's talking about load balancers and restrict direct Google access, and then NAT. It's talking about pretty much all the other services, major services in Google Cloud. And if I go down, it's still acts as S. That's it. So they have just these policies. Okay, so if we go ahead and suppose we go inside one policy, allowed VPC connector. We haven't created the VPC yet, or virtual private cloud, just like in AWS. Yes, the concept of VPC in AWS is exactly the same here as well, and the concept of storage bucket in AWS is same here as well. So if I go for VPC connector, allowed VPC connector egress settings, so that's a traffic leaving from VPC connector. Policy details, there is that edit here, which I'm not able to do because it says you need permissions for this action. Required permissions all of org policy.policy.get and org policy.policy.set permission is needed to actually be able to edit these default policies. So super admin or not, they don't care about that. You need to give yourself permissions, more permissions here. Now org policy.policy.get, where is this? I need to know that. If I go for learn more and check this, so where does this live? So some permissions might be associated with the with and checked by third parties. Anyway, org policy.get and org policy.set. If I just control F this page and org there's, and I press enter. Oh, it's still loading. This page is still loading. It just, oh, there's too many area. Org policy, what was that again? I'll just check it out. So it was org policy.policy.get. Okay, I'll just quickly check that. Not this one. Yeah. Seriously, I forgot that again. Org policy.policy.get. Okay. And that's not the page. I've opened too many pages. Yeah. Org policy .policy.get. Oh, now it. So there is a separate org policy.policy.get, and this is available for owner. Whoever gets that, they can just edit the. So it has nr policy.policy.set. So these are actually separate policies that or permissions that you need to give, but where are those? We need to check that out as well. Owner roles, owner editor roles, view roles, assure the workloads administrator, organization policy administrator roles, and then org policy.policy. So this is pretty much everywhere. I mean, security center service agent also has that. So if we want to search that permissions reference, suppose I want to give this one to my account, right? So resource name is organization, inheritance is inherited, constraints. It's not as straightforward as the like Azure. You have to really dig down into policies and check it out. So if I'm going back to IAM, and I'm just going to try to check that org policy if I'm able to find that or not. I'll click that, add another role, and org policy. So org is there, something with that name. So in terms of permissions, there is no such thing as org policy, but there's just org. When I go, there are many there. So this means that I have basically organization policy viewer, organization policy administrator, access to administer all resources belonging to the organization. Organization policy administrators is the permission to set organization policies on resources. So I'm just gonna click that hey, give me organization policy, make me organization policy administrator, right? Seems like straightforward. I'm just gonna click save. Organization policy administrator. I had to add this to myself to really try to get those, but did it work? So I'm just gonna go to organization policies here, and I didn't refresh. I'll refresh that too. Oh, did I save that? Was there a save button there? I think I did. So I'll go down to some policy. Now I have that. So that's good. Now I can edit this, inherit parents policy, Google manage default, or customize. And if I click customize, then merge with parent, replace, and policy values, it goes in depth, deny all, allow all. So this policy is denied to all, and policy type, this policy type is allowed or denied. So that's amazing, because the already default policies that Google created, it lets us first of all, we, even being a super admin, doesn't have permission for that. By default we don't have, but we can give ourselves permission, and then we can even play with their created policies, which normally is not the case with Azure. If you go to Azure policies and AWS, there, if you have default policies, we can't edit them. I'm going to cancel out from here because I don't want to mess with the default policies here. But you want to edit, yes, you can. And these are you can just then change the default policies there. So disable can be disabled as well. Any disable VM nested virtualization. So you can actually disable this disable. So it's not going to be able to disable this VM nested virtualization feature. So we can play with the default policies as well. Right? So, but if I go to some other random one here, load balancer. So edit sign is there. What else we can do? We can't possibly do anything else other than, hey, is it allowed or not? And if I go edit, then there are possibilities that you can do something else, and not much for this particular policy. So, well, unless you click customize, and then it's again allow or deny, and yeah, so we get that whatever policy is there, we can edit it after we add ourselves to the policy administrator role or permission as well. If I go down to quotas here, So edit quotas. One quota is within limit. It says rate limit for security policy per organization. So how many quotas can you give? So what are the maximum and minimum limits you can give? There's a show quota panel here as well, and there's an edit quota as well, but there's only one quota written for compute engine API. So how much you can do transactions with compute engine, or how much of configurations and connections you can make with a virtual machine or a compute engine. Okay, that we said, but I'm just going to check. Whoa, seriously, exit migration is still stuck. I think it's really stuck. I had to do something else to go keep going. So if I refresh it, it's gonna disturb the process. Too late. Oh, it's already done in the background. Seriously, it was stuck. So I just refreshed it, and this is where we started, right? So exit migration just simply wraps up everything. And so sorry for coming here, and then hopefully nobody's confused, but this was ongoing process and it was stuck there. Just in the background, it was already done. It has removed Office 365 connectivity and authorization information. So you want to copy again. Yeah, it's Google issue. It was just stuck. So refresh of browser. I saw that in Office 365 as well, and in Azure as well. Sometimes the browser is just not reporting or giving you the next window unless you refresh. Okay, so here, if I go back here, I am an admin. So is there edit quotas is there? So first of all, if I click that compute engine API, it goes inside, and then credentials, dashboard. So there's the dashboard that may be loading still. Not available for organizations. Okay, there are some settings that on organization level we can not see. So dashboard says that, hey, you have to connect to a project to really go there. I'm just going to go back here because we are trying to talk about quotas here first, right? So I'm just going to go to show quota panel here, and please select a quota metric first of all to show quota panel. So this means that we have to I'm going to click the hide quota panel. So I'm going to go for all quotas here, and current usage 0, 7-day peak usage 0 here. So location compute engine, it just has quota for compute engine, not for app engine, not for IAM. So quotas normally is for limits, maximums and minimums, but it's not exactly that. So I'm just gonna click that here. This is by default, and I think organization level, some of the things I won't be able to click unless I give myself more permissions there. So quota metric compute Google APIs, the only thing that it says is compute. It doesn't show anything else or any other. Suppose if we go for VPC, how much quota can we increase or decrease, right? If it allows us. I'll go to all quotas, and this is it. So globally, it's just giving you a read-only information. So not much here. It's kind of reporting more. It seems more reporting than it will actually let us do configuration of quotas. But we have remember that we created one virtual machine here, so the quota is showing for that. Although we have created users, but that was in admin.console. We didn't do actually anything else here. We didn't create anything else here yet. So what we did create, compute engine, in last class or before that, that's what it's showing here. So suppose we create a storage account, suppose we create a VPC later, then it would show that what did you breach a quota limit, or did you breach the maximum limitation that you had for this or not. So it says that one quota is within limit. We just started the machine last time, and then we deleted it. That's all. And in fact, we put the Windows image there, and we realized that we discovered that the free trial does not support Windows image. So yeah, we remain under the limit. That's what it's saying. Okay, if we go service accounts here, Now service accounts, obviously if you have an application here and that application wants to access some other services or authentication or want to access other applications components, so then you need to create a service account. Service accounts are used for applications to let them have access to some other services resources. So it just says that, hey, this is service account is on the project level, it's not on the organization level, so you need to go ahead and choose some project to go to do something about it. So I'm just going to choose the project that I created on 25th November, and then it says takes us to the service accounts area. So a service account represents a Google Cloud Service identity. Identity means user account, such as code running on Compute Engine VMs, App Engine apps, or systems running outside Google. So it's a Google Cloud Service identity, like Compute Engine VMs. The Compute Engine VM can be having a service account or can represent a service account as well, or an app engine running some application or systems. Organization policies can be used to secure service accounts and block risky service account features, such as automatic IAM grants. So through service account, your services should not get higher privileges automatically. Your app engine or compute engine service should not get all of a sudden full privileges to any other service, right? So that's what it's saying. Organization policies can be used to secure service accounts and block risky service account features. Risky such as automatic IAM grants, key creation, upload, or the creation of service accounts entirely. So they're just saying that, hey, create policies that should make sure that whatever service, so Compute Engine is a service, should not get higher privileges for some reason, or for as a result of any corruption, or as a result of any other process. So put some mechanisms in place. Because of this, service account should not get over privileged. So there is that one compute related service account created, because we did create a compute engine there, or a virtual machine. If I go inside this, I click on top of that service account. So this is how it looks like here. There is service account details, service account status, disable service account, show domain wide delegation. So that is just saying that allows the service account to be authorized to access all users' data on a G Suite domain without manual authorization on their part. So you want to give this service account domain-wide delegation, you can do that, but so any application who uses this service account can have access to domain-wide services there. So any hacker can use that too. But the main thing is the programmers do need the service accounts to run services that requires access to some other services with higher privileges as well. So it's kind of and we go to permissions here, view access resource that this service account can access. Remember that we created a compute engine, so I'm just going to check that what access it has. I click the view access, it takes us to that query again. Remember that we were here in policy analyzer. So and there it has created a principal as well. I'll just click the run query, which tells us nothing much, that it's part of the project and this principal belongs to this project. Nothing much. So what I'm just going here and checking out is that a service account for any service, what kind of accesses it can have. So it says that it has access to a project. It showed us the project, and then if who are the members of the service account. So admin is a member of the service account. Remember that with admin we created the compute engine or the virtual machine. So and in the background this service account that we're inside was used, compute engine default service account, it says here. So when we created the compute engine or virtual machine, so a service account in the background was created, and this admin account was made member of that. So through that service account, we were able to connect to the compute engine service and start it or stop it or make any changes to that. So overall, yes, in the background, service accounts are created so we could use services, or some other services can use some other services. So if I go back here, service accounts, this is a existing service account and it was created automatically because we used that service. If I click that create service account button here, the plus sign, so then it says that, hey, okay, welcome, but first of all, you know what you're doing. So what kind of service account you want to create? So suppose I go for test that service account, given that I haven't done any application creation. So service account description, so testing, and other than that, grant the service accounts access to the project, optional, and well, I can't even click that. Grant users access to the service account. So obviously I need to give my user access to the service account so I could attach it to some resource later. First of all, I'll just create that, and now it says, okay, what kind of privilege you want to give. Grant the service account access to the project. Yes, we want to give access to the project. Or suppose I go for project, and you were seeing in the last service account it was an editor, and it was suppose I want this service also to be connected to compute engine, and it could be a compute admin. So this service account has full access or full privileges to do anything with the compute engine or virtual machines area, right? So with this service account, we can attach to any application, and suppose that application actually automatically runs scripts on virtual machines or compute engine. If that application is given this service account, which has all the privileges on the compute engine, so that application can do anything on the compute engine, right? So normally you attach service accounts to services, right? And I give that role here to the service account and simply continue. So grant users access to this service account. Who should have access? I'll go for my admin account, and there's the admin account. And grant users the permissions to deploy jobs and VMs with this service account. Yes, that's what I give access to. Grant users the permission to administer this service account. Okay, I'll give myself admin the access to administer. I'm going to manage this as well, this service account. I'm going to keep making changes later as well to this service account, right? And on the right side, there's a role member. If I go to compute engine, and then there's editors here for compute developer and owners. Now there are sales department. Now this is inherited permissions that are coming for compute engine agent. So I'm just going to click the done here, and I just created a new service account and this service account has all the permissions on the compute engine service, and I can mess with that service with my admin account or change things in the services. But service account, then you can attach to any other service or let any other service use this. Through this, any other service can make changes to virtual machines. So basically, programmers would like it more, and or if you're deploying any application in Google and that requires a service account with these roles and permissions, then you can just come back here and create a service account and then provide it to that application that is being deployed in. So as a system administrator, as an application or a cloud administrator, this is how much you should know about service account. Okay, if I go to labels here, so normally add a label. Suppose I go and key value, we've given that before as well. Suppose there's a department and I go for my favorite sales. I don't know why I always go for sales. And it says here that, hey, how dare you use caps? And so, well, I'll click save. Now, you could attach labels to any resource, and on the basis of labels also, you can put security permissions. Okay, whichever resource has a label department sales, uh, you know give it that much security, or put them behind this firewall, or uh, block access to all those who have the label department sales. So you can, in the long run, you can use labels and tags. In Azure and AWS, you must have heard about tags. That is labels here. So, well, that's just labels that you can attach to any resource. And sometimes when you're implementing security settings, it says that, hey, you want to implement security settings on the basis of labels, or you want to implement that on the basis of some other attribute of the resource. So labels, and then there's settings under that, and that is the settings for this particular project that I have gone to now. And that is just a project ID and project number, location, it's inside this organization, and access transparency. To enable access transparency, please confirm your eligibility and contact support. You're kidding me. Access transparency. So who has access to this? It's the audit logs that it's talking about, that it should be transparent who have access and who does not have access. And enabling access transparency. To enable access transparency for your Google Cloud organization, your Google Cloud organization must have one of the following customer support levels: Premium, Enterprise, Platinum, Gold. So they're just saying that you want to transparently know who accesses the project at what time, for how long. So then go ahead and pay us, and we'll let you know. As simple as that. And there's that security information and event management, SIEM tool. This is really famous among security circles. Security information and event management, or SIEM tool. So sometimes they would just ask you, hey, have you used any SIEM tool yet? SIEM tool. Wow. Security information and event management. So not only that, a tool that gathers security information, but it also what events happened, and at what time it happened, so all that security information. I'll go back here. So we can't have access transparency if we didn't had a paid service here. And privacy and security here, and then that is legal and compliance. So additional terms of Google Cloud. So this is an EU model. We've talked about that as well before. Data protection officer, data privacy inquiries. So that's the legal side of that. Review and accept data processing and security terms that are put as a standard there. And if you go for transparency and control, manage data processing for insights and recommendations. So scheduling data export, manage your organization's data processing preference, and control how Google uses service usage data to improve your GCP experience. Well, that's just saying that please anonymously send all the data of your performance and activities, and Google will improve the services after receiving the data and trying to check if everything's okay. Okay, there's that identity aware proxy. Oh, I went to identity aware proxy. As soon as I clicked it, it took me to security, separate section there. So identity aware proxy, or cloud IAP, intrusion and access prevention. I'm actually identity aware proxy. IAP is that. IAP. So controls access to your cloud applications and VMs running on Google Cloud Platform. So simply put, this weird name actually represents controls. It controls access to your cloud applications and VMs. So controlling access to. It's not enabled. If I go for enable application programming interface, this might take a minute. Now it's enabled, and it says go to IAP or Identity Aware Proxy, and lets you manage. IAP lets you manage who has access to services hosted on App Engine, Compute Engine, or an HTTPS load balancer. So who has access to services? That's the main point to remember here. To get started with IAP, add an App Engine or a Compute Engine instance, or configure an HTTPS load balancer. So we must have these services already created to know who has access to these services. That's what IAP will tell you, right? So suppose you have 200 virtual machines or compute engines and 20 VPCs, 3 subnets inside. That's a big environment, right? So a lot of storage accounts that you've created there, a lot of buckets inside, and you want to know who has access to all these resources or any of these resources, anyone. So then you come here to IAP, right? Okay, and obviously we have to create the resources to know that. I'm gonna click the back button here where I'm back inside. Actually, I'm still in security here. I'll go back, and this is IAP here, and that is in IAM and admin. So it's a security feature that we're in. Okay, so under that is roles, and that's where some of us were having issues that hopefully you're able to see the roles as well as I'm able to see that. And okay, so a role is a group of permissions, just like in Azure, just like actually yes in Azure, and just like in AWS as well. You will see a lot of copying here, or similarity more with AWS and Google. It looks like that they are partners in some way. So role is a group of permissions. This is pretty much universal, and you can assign to members. So you can create a role and add permissions to it, or copy an existing role and adjust its permissions. So it's pretty straightforward. Access approver, access approval approver. Wow, what a way to say it. Access approval approver, AAA. Okay, anyway, so how many are these? If we keep going down, 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 so it's 685 roles are there for pretty much every functionality inside Google Cloud Platform. So that's a lot of roles here. And if I go to any typical, this is the default roles that were created by Google. And there's actions admin. Wow. So if I go for actions admin, in fact, there's an admin here as well, right? Cloud talent solution. So if you have any talent, like you can sing, you can dance well, you can play basketball well, or if you're a PS4, game. So if you have any talent, just come up and this admin will really select you, right? And you can become celebrity and become a millionaire one day. And just kidding. So okay, let me just go to admin here. This is a role, and inside the role, what we can explore is that it just gives what 4 assigned permissions are there for this role. Cloud Job Discovery .tools IAM service accounts list. It can list out or show you all the service accounts. Resource Manager projects.get and Resource Manager projects.list. Some permissions might be associated with and checked by third parties. These permissions contain the third party service and domain name in the permission prefix. So they're just saying that some third party also have added their permissions in the role as well. Some third party software, outsiders or from outside of GCP. Now create from role, so you can copy this role first of all. Second thing, edit role is again not there. We cannot edit role. In fact, only custom roles can be edited. This is not because of we don't have permission. This is just not allowed. We cannot mess with the already created role, but what role we create ourselves, that we can edit, but these no. Okay, finally there are permissions. So I'm just going to go back to the roles, and these are all the roles. And if I just click any of the role here, and then go to the three dots here, create from this role, right? So okay, and so this role, when we are creating a user, we can attach the role to the user. So when we are creating a user, at that time the role should be appearing there. So I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to go for create a role. So how about a custom role? So if I click the custom role here, so am I able to select all the long list of permissions there or not? So it says custom role dash your first name. I'll just go for my first name here and create it on 412. Custom role ID again dash your first name. Role launch stage alpha. Okay, cannot include letters, full stops, underscores. Okay, so and then role launch stage. There's an alpha stage, there's a beta stage, general availability stage, and disabled. So general availability is when you are making it generally available. Wow. Okay. Anyway, and add permissions. So this is what we are here for. There's a list of 3,680 permissions. So now you can just create your own role here, and this is just showing 1 of 10, and then 1 of 11 of 20. So at one page, one side, it's just going. Or you can just do a filter from top here as well. That what exactly are you looking for? Suppose I still go for compute admin, right? Compute admin roles. So I'm selecting that, and then I deselect that. Seriously. So I selected it actually, right? So all the permissions of compute admin, give it to this role. That's what I just did, right? And other than that, so there is it is taken to compute, or actually sorry, it's a filter. I didn't actually select anything. So compute admin related roles are showing there. Global forwarding rules, compute, all the rules are there, but you can go really into specifics. That's pretty straightforward, nothing technical about it. You can go for, okay, I want to give this guy just this, and I'm just going random here, and this, this. That's it. And I'll click the add button. So what we selected, or I selected, is there now. 10 assigned permissions. And show add and removed permissions, added and removed. So I'm just going to click that. So it just gives you that suppose you have removed something as well. So this is custom role, just like in AWS or Azure you would create a custom role. You can just create here as well. I'm just going to click that create button. Nothing really specific or nothing very complicated. The only thing is that we should remember that if it's a custom role, we created it, so the icon is this, and if it's default roles from the GCP, their icons are like these. Okay, so other than that, nothing. It's all pretty straightforward right now. And if I go to custom role, so the edit role is there, but we can't have it for the default roles, so we can edit it anytime what we created. If I go to the audit logs here, well, that's default audit configuration, log type, access approval. So turn on and off audit logging for selected services. So you can actually turn on or off. So admin read permission, admin write permission is there. Actually I cannot uncheck it because I'm the admin. And but it's all about the permission that, hey, there are log files getting created. You want to change that, how they are working. So if I go for cloud logging API, well, yes, so data read permission you want as well, and exempted users. So exemptions let you control which users generate audit logs, which users. When you add an exempted user, audit logs are not created for that user, for the selected log types. Otherwise, for all users, these log files are creating, or log files are collecting information, or whichever user is doing in specific areas. So unless you want to disable them, or we can't disable them, cannot, right? It's just read permission, write permission. You can just mess with that. Okay, so other than that, essential contacts in IAM. So that's just add contact, and you can define and manage contacts that will receive critical notifications. Okay, so you can add a contact that is critical notification. So you can click the add contact, and here when we go, so email. I did create an email, but hey, I'm just gonna go for my private email, Amir@gmail.com. So if anything happens here on this free account for 3 months, so if it is suspended, let me know. And billing especially, let me know. Product updates, no. Legal, well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do anything illegal here. Technical and security. So in production environment, I would just click all and create a separate account for that that is monitoring. But here I'm just selecting some of those things. I'll click save. Okay, so billing will be informed about actually this project, and suspension will be informed. And then finally comes the groups. So page not viewable for projects. To view this, you must have a Google Cloud organization. So it says that you want to see the groups, then go to the organization level, because then it's managed in admin.google.com, not in the cloud.google.com, right? So I select that, and there you go. So the groups are there, and we can create them here as well. Create, and just a group name and add members. Very straightforward. So this we can do from admin.google.com, but we are able to do that from, so this is the admin console here, and there's groups here as well where we can create, or we can create from this one as well. But you had to still connect to the organization to do that, and organization only gets created when you have admin console also with you. Then now you have organization, and because you have that here, that is the reason that you are able to create groups here as well. Okay, so, well, creating a group is no big deal. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so this is IAM and admin. Yay! Okay, yay. So, well, some very critical tasks we did there. We connected the organization to our, platform. In fact, yeah, we created a new platform because after creating the organization. So the better approach is to go directly create an organization and then create a Google Cloud platform with that. So, and other than that, this admin console we visited, and very critical features there for especially in devices and apps and security. And then we went for data migration as well, which was also pretty straightforward and seamless. Well, that's good. And any emails you can transfer in a one-off thing, that you just create an authorization, and whatever is existing will be transferred. So that's really useful information about this G Suite. And then we went for IAM and admin. So we connected the admin.google with this IAM and admin, or Google platform. I'm going to go back to this navigation menu here, and that's where we were, IAM and admin. And there's getting started. Then there is that security, but we're going to be going for compute engine after that. And in the compute engine, there's a lot of things there, but last year this was not there. VMware engine, but they have added that, which is really, really cool. So you can have your virtual machines from VMware also added there and started. Obviously the underlying CPU, processor, SSD will be charged for whatever level of virtual machine and application you have inside. So that's very good. other cloud providers don't show it this way, that they separately actually show you the VMware engine there, which is really cool with this, that it's recently added here. Okay, so and then there is a app engine. If this app engine we go, then it says that, hey, this page is not viewable on organization level. You need to now select a project. And if you select a project, then it says that welcome to App Engine. So build scalable apps. Sorry, I'm not supposed to go to App Engine yet. Sorry, Compute Engine. Seriously, because of the engine, I get confused every time. I was gonna go for Compute Engine, but I went for App Engine. Later, we're gonna visit that at least, but mainly we need to cover in here and the next one. The most critical IAM, compute, and storage, networking, and certain extent the databases as well. So the compute engine is where I'm coming here, and then there is VM instances. Now obviously we have created the virtual machines here, but to explore all the other features as well, then we have to go through creating the virtual machine again, and then go for the features one by one: instance templates, sole tenant nodes, machine images, TPUs, and then migrate for compute engine, committed use discounts. Then comes the storage as well, which is actually inside for the compute engine, and disk snapshots, images. This is just like you saw in AWS as well, the full EC2 instance dashboard, where just EC2 instance related features are there. So there's the compute engine dashboard, and all the features are on the left side: instance groups, health checks, VM manager, OS patch management, settings, metadata, zones, network endpoint groups, operations, security scans, and settings. So that's, and then the marketplace as well. So pretty interesting area to start working on the compute engine as well. Well, if you start creating a compute engine, it's gonna take much longer time. So let's meet on Tuesday and then start working on compute engine. Remember one thing, it's not gonna be Windows now. So any Linux guys here, then we're gonna go ahead. I want to be a really good Linux guy and trying to work on command, but there's so much there. Oh yeah, did I say Tuesday? Yeah, Wednesday, sorry. So it's gonna be Wednesday. Let's meet on Wednesday and start compute engine. Okay guys, so let's get going and have a nice weekend. And stay safe, obviously. I'll stop the video now.